In this video, I want to show you the top 80 tips and tricks inside of Microsoft Word that I frequently use. Let's get into it. To start off with, I want to show you how you can even launch the application Microsoft Word. You could either go up to the website of office.com, log in with your Microsoft details, and even land up to the screen where you can decide whether you're doing it in Word, and you can open Word up here. Or else you might even find it on the taskbar and you can click on it. Or else another way you can do it is head up to Microsoft Word and type in Word on the taskbar. If that also does not help, go into the Office app if you have Office pre-installed on your system. Here it's just like the Office website, and you can open up any document that you have already edited, or you can launch a new project. Number 1, and this is a fun one, you can turn text upside down. Now what do I mean? Well, if you just head up to the Insert tab, you'll have an option called Word Art. Let's click on that drop down. Now you'll see a variety of Word Art options from which you can choose from. I'm just gonna go with this. Then you can customize your Word Art to your satisfaction, and you can even type in your text. I'm just gonna type in my name for the time being. Now, once you type your text, double click on it and head over to the Format tab. In the Format tab, up on the right side, you'll see an option called Rotate. If you click on the drop down, you'll have a variety of options from which you can choose to, but I'm just gonna go with Flip Vertical. There you can see our text is upside down. You can have some fun with your friends. Tip number 2, you can add page color, page borders, and you can also add page number to your Word document. Now, we're gonna go through all of this step by step. To start off, let's start with page color. Page color can be achieved by going up to the page layout page right over here. Once we come to there, you'll have an option called page background right over here, and you can, under that you'll see 3 marks. The one in the middle is the one we would like to want. Like, we can add page color. If we click on the down arrow right over there, we can make our own custom color. If you want a bit more colors, you can go right over here and choose your custom color. However, for the time being, I'm just gonna stick with this light orangish peach. Now, to make it more fancy, let's add some borders. Once we click on this page borders icon in the same tab, we can also find a few options. Like, we can put none, we can do a box design shadow, but what I like to do is 3D. Then I'm just gonna pop the size up to about 4.5 point, and make sure this is applied to whole document and not just a page. However, if you want first page only, all except first page and all, there are a few options. However, I'm just gonna go with whole document, and let's click on OK. There you can see it's made a thick black border around our Word document. However, if you have many pages, it could be hard to organize them without page number. Hence, to add page number, we're gonna go up to the Insert tab. On the right hand side, we will find something that's called page number. Let's click on the down arrow. Then you'll have a variety of options. You can put the page number on the top, on the bottom. You can do page margins, and you can even put it in the current position. For the time being, I'm gonna go with the bottom of the page, and I'm just gonna use it on the middle, as that's more preferred by me. There you can see that it has added a good page number in the bottom. From here you can select it and customize it. Like, you can increase the size. You can select it and increase the size up a bit. You can change the font size and everything. You can customize it. Tip number 3, you can add your very own custom watermark. Now this page is looking very great with borders, page color, and even the page number. But I guess it could look better with our very own name for the custom watermark. To add a custom watermark, head over to the page layout page. Here you can see an option called watermark. Let's click on that. Now you'll see many options, and I guess I'm going with this one. Now you can see that you can go up to watermark and you can click on custom watermark. Here you can make your very own text. I'm just going to type in my channel's name -YouTube. I'm just gonna correct that. Once I've typed that, I'm going to select the language to English. The font, well, we can change it, but from the time being, I'm going to leave it as Cambria Matte. Size is about 48. Color is, our official color is probably purple, so let's hit OK. Now you can see that it is made our very own custom watermark, and you can also make your very own today. Tip number 4, you can create your very own custom cover page. Now what do you mean by cover page? Well, it's like a front page for your Word document or any survey. To make a cover page, head on to the Insert tab and on the drop down of cover page. Over there you'll have a variety of options to choose from. I'm just gonna go for this. Here we can edit whatever we want to. Here I'm gonna type in my name. We can write about our company, maybe like if it's a YouTube channel, you can explain what you can do, and you can even type a subtitle like a tag maybe. So I'm just gonna type my tag. So that's how you can get started with making a cover page, and then you can edit it even to your satisfaction, and this is gonna be your front page, and for the rest, well, you can do it on your own, and the cover page is gonna be the front page, and there's nothing special. You can just download it and save it as a normal Word document. Tip number 5, you can take screenshots inside of Microsoft Word. Now what do I mean by that? Well, if you go up to the Insert tab, then you'll have an option here called Screenshot. Let's click on that. Once you click on that, you'll see all the tabs that are open, and you can even take a screenshot of one of them. For the time being, I'm gonna go with this image right over here that has a Word document. Now, the only downside for this is that you cannot take a portion of the screen, nor can you crop it after it. However, you can remove the background, you can color grade it, etc., and you can even add some effects and all of them which are into Word, and you can edit your image with ease. 6, you can arrange letters or words in a specific order. Now what do I mean by this? For example, I have a few of my best friends' names right over here, and I'm just gonna select them all and go ahead to this button right over here. Let's click on that. Now you'll see how you want to sort them by. If you click here, now we can see that it's in ascending, means it's in alphabetical order. Now you can see that it is arranged everything in the proper order that I wanted. It's all in alphabetical order. Now if you want the ending letters to come first, select them all, go back here, and as we can see here, then you can click on descending. Now let's hit OK. Now you can see the people with SNI and SNH are coming up on the top, and that is how you can arrange your friends' names alphabetically. You can tell your friends now. Number 7, you can add a line to a word. Now what do I mean? Well, for example, suppose one of my friends have just gone to India and they're not in my team anymore. I can just cross them out. For example, I can just select him and I can click on this icon right here. Now you can see that it feels like he has just been crossed out. If you get confused, you can just change the color of the text. Now you can see that the color of the line is also changed. Number 8, you can search for specific words inside of Microsoft Word. Now what do I mean? Well, now I have a huge paragraph in which I don't want to read, but I want to find the word tech companies. On my keyboard, I can press the shortcut key Ctrl and F, and you'll see something that comes like this. Now I can just find the word, type in the word tech companies, and you can see that it is highlighted where it is. Now that's gonna make our work a lot easier. Tip number 9, you can turn on dark theme inside of Microsoft Word. Now in order to do this, go up to the file menu right over here. In file, you have an option called options. If you click on that, you'll land up to a page that looks like this. Under there, you can see the color scheme right over here is silver. Change that to black and then hit OK. Now you can see that it has turned my main color scheme into black. Now you can give your eyes some good rest. Tip number 10. You can use the Format Painter tool to make your writing and editing in Word a lot easier. Now, what is the Format tool? Where it's right here in the clipboard section. Now, what does it do? Well, suppose I have made a line and edited to my satisfaction with font, color, boldness, etc. Now, if I want the same font and all of these properties about this text, or over here also, as this is the default text, that is Calibri and 10 size, the Calibri body and 12 size. If I want this same properties of all of this, I can use the Format Painter tool. Now how? Well, if you select the font that you want, you can head up to the Format Painter tool. There's also a shortcut key, Control Shift and C. Click on that. Once clicked, you'll have an icon that looks like a paintbrush. Select the text that you want to turn into this size and leave. You'll automatically see that it is now automatically turned the text just like how I wanted it to be right over here. Tip number 11. You can add words to the dictionary. And what do I mean? Well, you know a real life dictionary. It's a combination of words and their respective meanings. Well, there's a dictionary in Word as well. And if it's not approved by Word's dictionary, it comes as a spelling error like this. Now, Banapriya is not a famous word and is not a commonly used British word, as it's just a proper noun and is a proper name. Hence, if you're gonna be using this word commonly, you should be adding it to the dictionary. How you can do that is just right click on it and click on Add to Dictionary. However, if you just want to ignore it for once, you can right click and click on the option called Ignore Once or Ignore All. Tip number 12. You can copy and paste multiple items together. Now, what do I mean? Well, suppose I want to copy paste all of these items, and you know that Word will only take the latest item that you have just copy pasted. But instead of that, suppose you want all of them to be stored in a place. Here's how. Normally, you will just copy paste using the shortcut Control C, and to paste Control V. However, head up to the top left and click on this down arrow. Here you can see all of the things that you have copy pasted, and now you can copy paste them. First, I'm going to copy paste this, Control C, and there you can see it has ended up right over here. You can either clear all, and suppose I want to just copy paste YouTube. It comes up here. Now, if I want to copy paste Instagram, it comes in the order that I have just copy pasted. I can even delete one of them or just paste it on the clipboard. Now, suppose I just copy pasted Twitter again and Facebook and link it in. This is going to help me organize, because suppose after this I want YouTube to come in again. I can just click on this down arrow right here and click on paste. There it is. You have just organized your media to copy. Tip number 13. Paste. You can translate to different languages inside of Microsoft Word. Now, in order to do this, select the text that you want to translate and head over to the review page. Over here, you have an option called Translate. Click on that. Now, you can either translate the entire document or the selected text. I'm going to go with selected text. Here, it'll search for a few, and you can click on the drop down and search and try to convert to a variety of languages. Trust me, it's a lot. Then, once you click on this arrow, it will automatically send you to Internet Explorer, on which you can translate it on your own. Another fancy thing that you can do is select the text, go to review and click on language. Under language, you can click on set proof in language and set your default language. Here it's English, but you could also take a few other languages. Isn't that cool? Tip number 15. You can turn all letters of a word into capitals. For example, what do I mean? Well, suppose I'm going to type in my name, Gauri Shankar, but suppose I forgot to on caps lock and I want to make them all into capital. Well, I can select my text and head over to this icon right here. Let's click on that. Here you can see a variety of options, and I'm going to go with uppercase. you could see that has made all my letters uppercase. There are also a few other options such as lowercase. We can make them all lowercase. You can also put it to the sentence case, which makes them proper to grammar, or else you can even put the toggle case, which makes them opposite to what's grammar. But for the time being, I'm going to leave it to uppercase. Now, why would this be useful? Well, suppose you're writing a huge paragraph and you forgot that you had offed caps lock. Well, you can use this to immediately change it as a shortcut key. Hence, it's very easy to change how the text looks and the caps lock, etc. Now, I hope this has helped you a lot. Tip number 16, you can insert different equations and symbols inside of Microsoft Word. Now, what do I mean? Well, let's first head up to the Insert tab. Let's click on that. In the Insert tab on the right hand corner, you'll have an option called Equation. Let's click on that drop down arrow. Here you can see a bunch of equations even when you scroll down, or you could even get more equations from Office, and that'll lead you to the website to get more equations. However, if you have a different version, you could even have more equations, or you could even make your own equation. For example, I want a fraction. I'm going to type in 1/2 for 1/2. Let's hit enter, and you can see that it is automatically converted it into a fraction form. That's how you can use equations to get mathematics inside a Word. Isn't that cool? Alright, that's it for this video. If you found it helpful, make sure you give it a like and a sub to the channel. Would be really helpful. Alright, that's all for today. This is Ravi Shankar, GDP21, signing out. I'll catch you next one.